What's good, everybody? Welcome to Boompa World, where we like to take a look back at pretty much anything through a relaxing, nostalgic lens. I recently picked up a few games at some retro game stores in my area, one of them being Call of Duty 2, Big Red One for the Gamecube. This Call of Duty 2 is different from that Call of Duty 2 on Xbox 360 and PC. Yeah, this is Big Red One. The other one just has no subtitle. I bought it because I've never played a first-person shooter on Gamecube, and the price was right. Call of Duty 2 came out in 2005 to some fanfare and praise, but I feel like the Call of Duty series didn't really hit that huge mainstream status until Modern Warfare, especially Modern Warfare 2 in 2009. But who doesn't have nostalgic Call of Duty memories growing up? Quickscope private matches, 3 a.m. search and destroy, late night zombies. I remember having this Call of Duty on PSP, but I have no recollection of playing it. So let's just go and check out what Call of Duty 2 for the GameCube has to offer. And before I forget, if you enjoy this video, press the like button, and if you want to see more content related to this, subscribe. The first Call of Duty developed by Treyarch, who still makes the Black Ops games to this day, and in Cold War coming later this year. This game probably set a lot of groundwork for the series. I wish it had zombies. That was always my favorite part, but that doesn't debut until World at War in 2008. Honestly though, the single player stories in Call of Duty that I've played, which are on the screen right now, have all been pretty damn good. But let's see what this military propaganda machine has to offer, baby. Type my name in, got drafted, and you can either play the game, check the options, or look at some bonus material that you haven't unlocked yet. Okay, I turned my subtitles on, turned up my sensitivity, and I should be able to go right in. Hard had an exclamation point, so I had to steer clear. That intimidated me too much. Played this game on normal. We land in between France and Germany in 1944. Sounds like a tough place to be, but we have to take this bridge right off the bat. I'm like, damn. I'm the sergeant. I'm like, fuck, I gotta lead these men to victory. It always shows your objective, like on the top left, and you can press down on the D-pad, but this game is linear as fuck, so you don't really need to know that. I venture with my military buddies, and I think a dude died at the end of the mission, but I heard someone calling for the medic. I ran to see what was happening, and it looked like I fucking tripped and fell, but it was just good timing to when the mission ended. It was just a clusterfuck. That was the first mission. The gameplay was fine. The auto aim was kind of weird, but I was still hitting shots. I wish it had hit markers like some of the newer games, but I wasn't mad. The gameplay was fast-paced, bombs and shit were going off all around me. People were blowing up, flying up in the air. This was some action movie World War II shit. But yeah, the gunplay was a little awkward, but it may just take some time getting used to. There's a few control gripes I have. Crouching and going prone is with the X button, but to get up or to go from prone to crouching, you have to press Y to go up. So it's kind of weird. And there's also no sprinting, which is ass. I hate not being able to run in first-person shooters. And one other thing that's different from Call of Duty today, my health does not regenerate. It just goes up from finding health packs that are scattered pretty much everywhere. But that's honestly a good change, because I would usually just easily run and gun and progress through the other single players. So this at least adds some layer of difficulty or strategy. Following the mission, the game proceeds to cut to 2 years back, where they're talking about the Big Red One, this military group, 1st Infantry Division with a big red patch on their camo or something, which I guess answers why this game is called that. We're the Big Red One. But we moved to North Africa. There was a mission called Baptism by Fire. What the fuck? It sounded scary. Pretty sure that's also a Kid Cudi and Travis Scott song. Oh, and God, I know how this goes. Anytime these World War II guys are being snarky in a vehicle, someone's about to get shot.
Oh God! Medic!
And yep. This then leads to a fun tank sequence in the sandy North African desert where you shoot but don't control the tank. Then you get to a base and then you continue boots on the ground style. I like the varied gameplay. We're still fighting Nazis in Africa, to be clear. They're called the Afrika Corps, but they really should be called the German Afrika Corps because they're Nazis still. But I cleared a few rooms, quick scoped a pussy or two, and this dude keeps saying he's from the Bronx, like we get it.
Hey, my dad runs a deli back in the Bronx, makes the best pastrami sandwiches you'll ever eat.
But I guess it's because everyone calls him Brooklyn. He's kind of a funny character. Back to the gameplay. I'm glad you can pick up enemy guns because for some reason I was worried that this game was going to be old and dated and wasn't going to let me. Annoyingly though, to reload, you tap the A button, and picking up a gun off the ground is also done by tapping the A button. So sometimes after you clear out a room, you may just want to reload, but instead you pick up some dead guy's gun. It's so annoying. But we were in some boring ass military hangars for a while, but we came back out to the sand, weaved through some buildings. It was fun. The controls and pretty much everything else is obviously dated, but not like N64 dated. After a few more rooms, there was a flank veerling segment, which is this big ass machine gun thing. Kind of reminds me of something from Halo, I don't know why. After this mission, it cuts to 1944 in a similar location. We're now controlling a tank, and it feels like I'm controlling Wall-E. It's pretty smooth. Sometimes I would randomly blow up for no fucking reason, it felt like, though. Mission was pretty boring, kind of long, They usually end the missions with like air support dropping a bunch of bombs to get like the roids flowing or whatever. Before I go to the next mission though, I thought I should mention the sound design so far has been crazy, like top notch. The first mission, this plane crashes in the room next to you and you hear it very clearly, and then you walk through and see it, and then your guys are coughing, and then there's like the plane noises, the guns, the grenades, everything around you just sounds cool. The next few missions were sandy and kind of melted together, and then it led me over the waters on an ugly plane mission. The inside of the plane was kind of sweet though, like walking around, like looking at like the interior, but clunky controls and some of the turrets made it feel like not fun gameplay. And then after that, after I kill a few Stukas, the German Afrika Corps surrender, and I don't even get to see it. I just learned it in this cutscene via a black and white documentary cutscene. I was kind of mad, honestly, because I thought it would have been fun to see them surrender, but now we're headed to Italy, the second part of the campaign. Winston Churchill told us to attack because he described it as
the soft underbelly of the crocodile
in that documentary cutscene. But it was a good change of graphics and aesthetic, less desert, more old school buildings and grassy areas. We started at the Battle of Gela, which according to Wikipedia and Google, it's the Americans' first foray into the battle with Italy. I'm happy the characters have life and personality. It gives a reason to play the game. I feel like newer games, people are more meatheady, or they just have less personality in general. More tropey, but not in the fun way. Piano Lupo was a fun mission. Our base was attacked, and then it seamlessly transitioned from a cutscene to gameplay, which pretty much happens at the start of every mission, and it's always cool to me. The gameplay isn't hitting perfectly, but I'm not mad. I enjoy how the guns change depending on your location as well. Like different guns were in Africa and Italy and the later campaigns. But yeah, we fuck up the Axis powers in Italy, so now we're headed to help Russia, starting on Omaha Beach. I like how each different campaign created a grand scale for such an old game. These battles are so huge too. And the only drawback to this is there's a lot of fog in this game. But you know Treyarch loves their fog. These fast-paced missions are fun, and they honestly remind me of the newer Wolfenstein games, at least the one that I played. But we headed through the Belgium countryside, where there was even more greenery than before, and even more to look at and admire. This mission had an ambush. We got chased by mini tanks. We got in a wreck. Had to carry on foot. And then we even lost our fellow soldier Denley, who passed while opening a door. Rest in peace. He gave Brooklyn shit at the start of the game. Fucking way she goes, man. But this death didn't really hit like any other popular Call of Duty death. This one's the one that butters you up before the main guy death. Yeah. So far, I really just liked playing with the gunplay. None of the tank, no plane, none of that really did much for me. But I guess you can't have a full-out World War II game without that other shit. Running through rooms killing Nazis is always where this game will be at its best. Rigging explosives to destroy their air support and running through and then raining hell on them. Oh yeah. On to the next mission, and now we're in the snow. This mission is called The Last Train. Oh damn, is this it already? At this point, I realized everyone alongside me has gone up in the ranks. Everyone who started out as a private is now up to a corporal. Or else they died. I mean, I guess that's realistic to military life, but the adventure's been fun, but it's definitely had its fair share of hiccups. The story was a little hard to follow, but actually, I think there was just not really much of a story at all. It was kind of just this is the guys and we're going through World War II and Nazis are about to take a L. I wasn't that mad. You don't need to have that much of a story as long as I like the people around me and want to fight with them. Right now, I just want to reiterate how awesome the sound design was. Sometimes during gameplay, there would literally be these orchestral scores, which made me feel like I was in a movie scene. More so than the newer Call of Duty games. It just made me feel like I was in this grandiose production. I was actually feeling immersed, and it drew my attention away from this cricket that was in the wall and would not shut the fuck up. I'm just impressed with what they did on this primitive hardware. They still told a good, longish war story with good and varied weapons and gameplay, and that's something I can just applaud. $7.99 or whatever the fuck, $10, whatever I paid, that's a fair ass price for this game. Hitler's little Christmas town was fun to run through and destroy, and we even got a free German tank, which we're going to use to assist our American tanks. I get to be in a German tank, which is kind of interesting. They even call back to the times of me in a tank in Africa, which I thought was a nice touch. But we blow up a fuel car and that ends the mission. But then there's one more right at the Siegfried line in the heart of Germany, and aka the Dragon's Teeth. The mission picks up right where the last one left off, and right then our dear soldier Brooklyn dies. He was the comic relief for the game, so I was kind of surprised he died. He was low-key my guy. But Call of Duty always has to take the cool people, but a few tears were shed. But now I'm gonna fuck him up in honor of Brooklyn. We pushed through the line, and like I said, we fucked them up. I was kind of sad it was coming to an end, honestly. We rigged these German rockets, and then like they have a cavalry come with like a bunch of tanks, and we rigged the explosives to blow up right when they come. And then right after that, the mission ends. It goes to that black and white cutscene, and it basically just says, yeah, Germany lost the war. You guys did awesome. Yeah, it really felt like a simple ending, and I don't really know if it had much of a payoff, but I guess it really just got this message across.
War never changes.
This game brought me back to a time where nothing really mattered and Call of Duty was fun. As the credits roll, it gave me flashbacks to playing World at War co-op campaign with my friend Orcus back in the day. I don't know, man. First-person shooters are special, and I'm glad I got to play this one. Despite this, there were still plenty of flaws with Treyarch's first foray into Call of Duty. Some semi-outdated controls and gameplay tropes aside, this game was definitely worth the $8. I'm not saying it's one of a kind, but I did enjoy my adventure back in time. I mean, to give this game a score, probably like a 6.8. Nothing you've never seen before, but everything was fun and reminded me of simpler times, which may be all I need. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a good week.